All right, let's move on to number 7 here. American exceptionalism rules the day. All righty, guys. Now you're getting to the point.
Now,
the Cold War was in full swing during the Silver Age, and comics definitely got in on the act. This was especially prevalent at Marvel. Take a character like Iron Man. Iron Man is an arms dealer who creates a high-tech new weapon with scraps in a cave, revealing how great American Cold Warriors were, and then spends the rest of the Silver Age fighting Russian and Chinese communists. The Fantastic Four were trying to beat the Russians to space. Bruce Banner was creating a new bomb. Nick Fury was battling the enemies of America. American exceptionalism was the rule of the day, and reading Silver Age comics puts this on display. Okay, first of all, the one thing straight out the fucking gate that needs to be pointed out is there is nothing, and I mean absolutely zero, zip, nada, about American exceptionalism that is wrong. Nothing.
If you don't like comic books talking about being pro-America, get the hell out of my country. Seriously. Go to Canada. Go to Canada, go to Mexico, and see how great those countries are, where you can't say anything without being arrested.
I just don't see a problem with American exceptionalism.
Where is it out? Is it in Portland where there's that statue of Lenin? And I don't mean the Beetle. Because I want to know where this guy wrote this article, because I imagine it was probably sitting under that statue. Okay, this is where we get to how this guy really feels. The other things, when Ash was playing devil's advocate, he wasn't trying to make any he's trying to tear down everything that came before, because the only good era is the one he's living in right now, because he's part of it. This writer is he's a narcissist. His article is just ridiculous. It really doesn't matter what 6 through 1 is, because I'm done. I don't need to go any farther with this. Trash.
Yeah, but it's good content and it's a lot of fun. Look, here's the thing. They were ideals to live up to. Might not be able to match it, but you tried. There was an idealistic America. And by the way, I hate it when people say, oh, we never lived up to it, or we never. No, dude, we do all the time. We do every day. Once again, if you're using
never live up to it.
Yeah. If you are using any of the victimhood things Twitter does, and this guy speaks Twitter masterfully.
Oh, yeah.
If you're using Twitter as a basis of how you think you are being viewed or how you should view yourself, you're doing it wrong. Go out and live your life and achieve, or try to. Because look, the American dream, by the way, isn't about you getting the house and the wife and the kids and the cars and so forth. It's not a material thing. The American dream is that you have the ability to. So go out and do it. Nobody's freaking stopping you but yourself and circumstances.
Yeah, you can be the son of a plumber. You can wine and dine with kings and queens and be out in the alley eating pork and beans. Oh, that's Dusty Rhodes.
Right. The American dream is the ability to have the liberty, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Right, the pursuit.
You have the freedom to do that. In most countries in the world, you actually don't have that. You do not have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that's why millions of people want to flee here. They risk their lives to come here. To anyone to suggest that American exceptionalism, whatever, we don't live up to it, it just has no concept of history. I mean, since America has been founded, first of all, it was founded by essentially refugees fleeing totalitarian government. Then once it came here, yes, we have some black marks in our history, like slavery, whatever, but it was America that ended the transatlantic slave trade, right? We've established the freest nation that's ever been in the history of the world. We've established the most prosperous nation that's ever been in the history of the world. I've already established how millions of people flee here. They aren't fleeing anywhere else. I mean, yes, they are fleeing to other places because that's the only thing attainable. But by far, more people come to the United States, try to flee here, than every other country in the world combined. Again, you chalk it up to like what I was saying before about sales. There's a reason why that is. To say like we don't have high marks, like we ended the Third Reich, we ended the Soviet Union, we won the space war, but space is a big deal. And now we're the only real option to get to Mars is coming from the United States. The reason why we have so many different like vaccines and medical breakthroughs, and we have so many like amazing. We haven't cured cancer, but man, getting cancer is not the death sentence that it used to be. Hell, just a bacterial infection. All these things come from America. Most every major success in the world, the lifestyle that we live today, smartphones, your computers, everything that you understand comes from America.
I feel like I should be playing the national anthem in the back right now, but there you go.
It just drives me banana to say, like, when I see people like this try to be like, oh, American exceptionalism is so bad. It's like,
guys like this are he's the type of person who he thinks that it's the 1960s, that we're still having the same racism, the whole 9 yards, and that's all they see, and they think it's exactly that, and only based on that, this country is a shithole. I'm sorry, but yeah, no, it isn't. It really isn't.
Where do you think he got those views? Wherever he went to college. Absolutely.
Yeah. I remember when saying you went to college was a good thing, but
we do have some levels of racism in this country.
I think we have.
That's because we are a melting pot. Whenever you take, and this is every country is this. You take a bunch of different cultures and stuff, and you put them into an enclosed space. There's conflict. That's just a natural thing. It has nothing to do with America.
We have racism. All right, let me get the comments, and we'll move on to number 6 here. Maranya saying this writer needs to go out and touch grass, and I don't mean the kind that's been legalized in certain states. By the way, I hate that. I hate that just because of the smell. The other day, even I was in the bank, 2 pretty girls like, "Oh, hi, Mr. So," and it was okay, really nice. They walked by me, and so I was like, "Oh, freaking hell!" They smelled like ass, and not the good kind. Cartoons, comics, and Port Oregon has a Lenin bust, and guess who has a picture doing the fist in front of it? Miss, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my books, which we did then see her in another one going, comics aren't selling. The
cat food tastes great.
Right. One slick dude is saying the people who write these articles are the same ones that believe that America was never a great country and they are anti-American socialists. Almighty Jack says recently dropped 500 on some Silver Age books. Haven't spent close to that in modern. I haven't been to pick up my what do you call it? The books you have on hold at a comic shop in a long time. I mean, I go to the warehouse sale and I get all these old books, and I'd rather spend money on that. Watch the movie Primeval and listen to what Orlando Jones says about Africa. Enough said. Ahsoka saying Superman wouldn't respect a culture with Iran and also majority of Middle Eastern countries and Near Eastern countries. Cartoons saying I am not black, but I know how many people who are desperate to go to America and make sure about that they have freedom. I know a lot of Cubans who are descendants or are people who lived under Castro's regime. I know a lot of them had to leave when Castro came into power. So I've heard the stories directly, and I've heard secondhand stories of kids telling the stories of their parents and grandparents. Yeah, nothing wrong with American exceptionalism.
Those people you're talking about, though, they have had their views corrected by modern college students, right?
Oh,
they've shown them of their thinking.
There are people who I have heard the words out of their mouth saying, "Yeah, you were the bourgeois." So they refuse to believe the bad things that happened. Well, that went in so many different directions I did not expect it to. We got kind of deep and a little bit racial there, and oh my gosh. Anyway, obviously, I think something like this is going to get somebody to want to talk about things, and by all means, if you agree, disagree, whatever, let me know in the comments below. We're adults here. We can take the criticism. Let me know what you think, really. Don't forget to do all the clicking and the sharing and all that kind of stuff as well. Please keep it respectful, of course. This one got political a little bit. If you don't mind helping out the channel, like I said, click like, share, go on over to Ko-Fi. Links in the description below. Drop $1 in the tip jar. Thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers. Thank you very, very much for watching.